So yesterday I put a poll on my Instagram account, my personal one. It's basically just full of people that I follow and that follow me from the UK and friends back in the UK. The poll was, I'll try and quote it as best as I can, but the poll was, would you ever consider wearing a face mask, if the situation gets bad in your country, to help prevent the spread and to, help prevent the spread to elder people, even if you're not someone who's gonna be too much affected? The result was 60-40% in favour of yes. So that's 40% of people said that they would not consider wearing a mask. Welcome back to the Barrett channel, and this is basically going to be the topic for today. It's going to be sort of diving into the mindset difference between Chinese and the Western cultures. What I just said about that poll kind of frustrated and upset me a little bit, and I'll get into the reasons as to why. So here in China, the situation is getting under control, and there are many reasons for that. One is because the authorities have done such a good job. Two is because the citizens are also doing such a good job, and everybody is playing their part. The mindset of the people in China is, it's a national effort. This is a disaster, it's a catastrophe, and we're going to get through this as a country. You probably already know that China's very patriotic, and everyone kind of groups together to help each other to get over this crisis that's happening. And that means that the citizens do everything they can, they take the precautions they need to be taken, they listen to their government's advice, which they truly believe that most people anyway, I think I'm speaking for most Chinese, they believe that the government will do what's in the best interest of the people. And we've seen that with the way that they sacrifice their economy by implementing unprecedented measures that were going to sacrifice their economy totally for the well-being of the people. And I think it's opened a lot of eyes to China, to be honest. At first it was a lot of finger pointing, and listen, I'm not saying they did everything perfect, that's not what I'm saying, but I'm comparing in my head to other situations that have happened in the past, and from what I can see, they've done an excellent job so far. And as I was saying, at first it was a lot of finger pointing towards China, and now it's thinking, oh wow, we need to sort of learn from them, because now it's in our own country and spreading like wildfire. So we need to realise what China did to get this under control. But here's where we go directly onto the mindset of the people. So in the Western world, I'm going to be speaking specifically for the UK, but I know this is typically in a lot of the Western societies. We crave rebellion against authoritative advice. I don't know why, but I couldn't tell you the exact reasons why, but we don't like to listen to what we're told, and that's just how it is. People, for example, in China, one of the things that they were doing was whenever you got onto the metro, you have to scan this code on the metro to show that that's where you are. And everyone, there's a security guy coming through the middle, and he's like asking everyone to do it. No problem, everyone just scans it, no problem. No worries about the privacy. It's something that the government have put in place to help track people so that they can contact you if you are exposed. Brilliant measure, yeah? If they tried to do that in the UK, oh my God, you'd have people fuffing left, right and centre. They'd be going, no chance am I doing that. That's an invasion of privacy, all this, and you just get people that don't want to do what they're told, and that is just the society that we live in. So not only listening to the government, but just the citizens' sort of mindset about getting sick or anything like that. Obviously we know in China you have to pay for your healthcare, right? And I do think this mindset has bred from this sort of idea that in the UK, if you get sick, if you get ill, you can go and get treatment on the NHS. You're not going to be completely out of pocket. So in China, if you get sick, you're going to be out of pocket. So people are really sort of precautious about getting sick. People go to the hospital as soon as they get the sniffles, let's say. But in the UK, people don't care as much. People do much more dangerous things, you know, just all round things, normal things that are going to put you in a bit more danger than just being in your safe little bubble. And I think that's because we know if we do get hurt, then we're able to get treatment. So what this breeds is a lack of care for our health. And we're taking that mindset into this situation and applying the same rules. However, it's not the same, because this is like, you know, unprecedented. There's going to be thousands of illnesses in a very short space of time. Whereas when you're sick on a usual day, you know, you can go to the hospital and you can get treatment, no problem. But now, people aren't realizing that if you go to the hospital, you know, a month after this virus has gone into your country, you might not be able to get a bed if you get critically ill. So a lot of people don't care about taking the precautions. They're thinking, oh no, it's just a cold or whatever. And that's not the point. Back to my Instagram poll, right? Most of the young people aren't going to be that affected unless they have multiple underlying conditions, right? That's not the point though. You can be a carrier of this virus for, you know what, 14 days. And in that time, you can pass it to X, Y, and Z family members that might be of 80 years old, which it is going to affect massively. And it could even be fatal for them. And what I think is happening is people who think that they're going to be fine, they've got this very selfish mindset about it that, oh, it doesn't matter because I'm not going to be affected. So, you know, if I have to deal with a bad cold, it is what it is. And they're not realizing that, oh, actually, my grandma could get critically ill from me passing it to her. And because all of the beds in the hospitals are going to be full, all of the resources are going to be used, she's not going to be able to get treatment and she could well die. That's the reality of the situation. Oh, you can probably tell I'm getting quite heated about it, because it will start to happen, and once it starts to happen, it's too late. That's it. And I think people aren't going to get a reality check. They're not going to realize the heat of the situation until it is too late, until it happens. I'm trying to do my best to sort of make people aware how badly this is affecting, you know, countries. You're seeing it in Italy now. You know, they're having to, you know, pick between, oh, you're a 40-year-old and you've got 2 kids. You're a 75-year-old. Who do we give the bed to? And it's just, that's not a situation you ever want to find your country being in. Which is just really, really sad. And that is the state that a lot of countries are going to get into, where the citizens just don't care. You know, they have this don't care attitude. I see a lot of comments on Instagram right now saying, we're not going to let a cold beat our, you know, stop letting us go to sporting events. What do you mean? What do you mean? It's just ignorance and stupidity, in my opinion. And back to Italy, you were actually seeing this before it started getting too bad over there. You were seeing that in quarantined areas, people were still meeting up for gatherings for food, for gatherings for music events, just little get-togethers in the quarantined areas. And I'm sure they're not doing that now. I'm sure they've got a reality check, you know, that's hit them very hard. And the exact same thing is going to happen to the UK. And obviously there's a lot of people I love and care about in the UK, so this annoys me. For example, right near my hometown in the UK, the Cheltenham races. People from all over the UK go to the Cheltenham races, horse race event. It's estimated to have about 250,000 people over the 4 days that it's on. Oh, that was still held. That finished a couple of days ago, no problem. You know, it only takes a few people to be infected there to infect thousands, and then they're all going to disperse back to their hometowns and spread it over the whole of the UK. What are we going to do in 2 weeks' time when there's no ICU beds available? I don't know. Only time's going to tell. Anyway, I'm going to try and lighten the mood of this video a little bit. there was quite a funny tweet that I saw that Cristiano Ronaldo has actually bought an island in the Pacific to escape the coronavirus, and somebody's tweet made me laugh. Yeah, but how much toilet roll does that island have on it? Because I'm sure if you're in the Western world right now, you've probably even seen it online wherever you are. There's this big craze of people buying all the toilet roll they possibly can. And people are not going to be able to wipe their bum after, you know what. Because people are going into shopping centres and there's just no toilet roll. You know, people are panic buying all the toilet roll. Out of everything, the toilet roll is the most valuable thing. Can't get my head around it, but thought that was quite amusing. So that's just something I wanted to end this kind of a rant video on, I guess. Once again, going to get my daily coffee from Looking, which is just in front of me over there. But I think I've covered everything. I often edit these videos and go, oh, there was something I wanted to add, but I forgot. So hopefully I've covered everything I wanted to. Sometimes when you're getting riled up, it's easy to, flit around in your mind from different things, but hopefully we got there. Anyway, enough talking from me. As I said, we're going to Shanghai in a few days, so I'm looking forward to that. You'll see a lot of sort of different kind of videos from us in the next week or two. I hope you did enjoy this one anyway. Please let us know by smashing that thumbs up button. Push the share button as well, because we need to get that message out there a little bit. Follow our socials. I'll be putting some graphics on the screen for Twitter and Instagram. We're very, what's the word? We're very active. That's the one. Sometimes you get a little mind block. We're very active over there at the moment, so keep up to date with us. And as always, we'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye bye for now.